And welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we're reacting to Tigres UANL versus Forge FC 2026 CONCACAF Champions Cup Round 1, Leg 2. 0-0 on aggregate. If Forge could score in Mexico, they will have the away goals advantage if they tie. Okay, of course. But you do know that that's going to be tough. But they do have a possibility of having the away goals advantage. And San Diego gets saved, but it's going to be tough for Pumas to score 2 goals in 3 minutes. San Diego looks like they're going to advance into the next round of the CONCACAF Champions Cup to play Toluca. Probably get destroyed. So, there you go. We'll mark it down. How we doing, Rory? How we doing? Our only game tonight. We'll review this once it's over, and I'll be back tomorrow for America Olympia and Monterrey Shellou. And then we'll review Monterrey Shellou when that's over, and then just Vancouver Cruz Azul, but that's the only game on Thursday anyway. So, 2-4 on aggregate for Pumas San Diego. Tigres UANL contra Forge FC en la Copa Campeones de la CONCACAF. Primera ronda, partido vuelta. 0-0 global. Posible gols visitar para Forge. Pumas leads on the night 1-0. 1-0 esta noche. 2-4 global de la San Diego FC. 2-4 on aggregate for San Diego. Talk about the starting 11s of these two teams before we mark this down. Yeah. I can see why the USA are the favorites for gold now after all that. At least that's what they've been saying. Starting 11 for Tigres in gold. Nahuel Guzman. The back three of Jesus Angulo, Vladimir Laroña, Joaquim. Midfielder, Jesus Garza, Rodrigo Aguirre, Fernando Bolejan, Diego Lainez, Osiel Herrera, Juan Bruneta, and Angel Correa, the forwards. Lord, they're overloading that team. Either way. Forge FC, Dimitri Berteau, the back three of Antoine Batiste, Daniel, Marco Jevramovic, the midfield four, defending midfield four, Rezart Rama. We have Anthony Aromatario, Kyle Becker, Ben Patton, Tristan Borges, the 10, the strikers, Ishmael Oketakun, and Jose Masunda up top for Forge. I mean, in the moment, but not anymore. I mean, it is what it is. It was embarrassing. They were garbage. That's how. I don't know. I didn't watch. I don't care. I don't care. The only thing I really cared about today was seeing if that freaking Man United guy got a haircut. He didn't. Chelsea were garbage. So there you go. With that being said, Pumas look to survive against San Diego. Or San Diego looks to survive, and they have won. San Diego won even though they lost on the night. San Diego gets their first CONCACAF advancement ever. 2-4 on aggregate. 4-2 or 2-4 global. San Diego avanzar. Forge is next. I was wrong about Pumas. But Toluca had them losing. I think I'd have San Diego losing to Toluca as well. So ain't that bad of a loss. So we're getting ready for this next game to start. So that was wrong. San Diego FC moves on to the round of 16 to play Toluca. They're going to get destroyed. How we doing, son? Probably, at least. Big up, Champions Cup Knights are back. It's the real season now. It's the real association football season because the Super Bowl is over. So we're back into the real stuff. The off season is over. It was over last week, but if you wanted any other question, it's now truly over. Teams walking out. We're ready to go. Forge wearing orange. Tigres wearing yellow. Let's make sure. Okay. El Volcan, Forge Tigres. We are truly back into the real things when it comes to association football. Let's let this roll then. All right. Can Forge find a way to win this tie? They had an amazing performance last week. Arguably should have won in Hamilton. Can they have an amazing performance in Mexico? A 0-0 draw sends this to extra time. A 1-1 draw or any scoring draw will see Forge through on away goals. Tigres have to win the tie. It's that simple. If they draw, it's extra time or away goals for Forge. If Forge wins, they're through. If Tigres wins, they're through. Forge has a better probability chance of winning this tie. Now, of course, that's easier said than done. But we're going to find out. Portland away looks tough. I like it, actually. Of course, we'll have our kit ranking on Saturday before we do our MLS prediction video on Sunday. Yeah, I would agree with a B+. I'd say about top 7, top 10 for the Portland away. Let's see where everything else finishes. I like the San Jose kit more than I do Portland's. That San Jose Tada kit is amazing. I love that. That was such a swing, and that was a homer. Like, Keem Thomas left defense forced to join USL League One team Corpus Christi FC. Here we go. The lineups are as follows. For Tigres in goal, Nahuel. It's a back 4. Laroña, Angulo, Enrique, and Garza, the back 4 for Tigres. Bruneta, Gorejan, Herrera, Correa, Lainez, and up top, Rodrigo Aguirre, who just moved from America to Tigres. And his nickname is Buffalo. Didn't know that. Must have just came up with that, or America didn't want to call him that. Juan Gabriel Calderon, the center ref tonight from Costa Rica, all Costa Rican on-field referee crew. I'm doing good, William. I'm doing good. Let's see if Forge makes me feel better. I'm doing good, though. Super Bowl sucked, but because if you had a chance to make a move to a higher team, why not take it? And the USL season's about to start, so there you go. David Gomez from Costa Rica, the VAR referee. An American assistant, though, but 5 out of 6 referees are from Costa Rica. Forge. In goal, Dimitri Berteau, the man of the match from the last game. The back five of Patton, Jevramovic, Daniel, Batiste, and Rama. The midfield three of Becker, Borges, and Romatario. And up top, we have Atetakun and Masunda. Ketakun and Masunda, yes. I mean, it sucks for the fact that they have a chance to beat Philly. Like, I'm sure he could get an even better move if he would have stayed and tried to beat Philly. That's the thing I wonder. But, you know, maybe he thinks that Corpus Christi move is the best thing he could get, and it would help him climb up the ladder of the MLS, U.S. soccer quicker. He's a talented player. Might as well bet on yourself, but I don't. Why not try to beat Philly and then see what happens there, unless they told him, hey, why leave that to chance? We're giving you this right now. It's yes or no. I guess they put a time limit on it. I mean, I don't know how many mistakes San Diego really made last year, but suffered. They played damn well, though. Like, they are better than I expected so far. Under advisement, I didn't think they would be a playoff team. I didn't think they'd go full St. Louis, but I thought they'd fall off a little bit. And Forge kicks off, and we're underway at El Volcan. Forge, 90 minutes. They need a goal at the very least, and then defend their asses off. That's out of boots for a throw-in for Tigres. Even the keeper might leave also. Damn. I hope so, too. After last week, it would suck if they just allowed 4 and didn't score. It would suck. It really would. So. Playing forward. 45 seconds, 0-0, 0-0 esta noche y global. Empate de la noche en la serie. 1 minute. So far, Forge has kept them pushed back. That's the good news. Now, of course, it's only been a minute, so you can't really go off that. But either way, that's going to go out for a goal kick for Berteau. I think it's on Tubi, but I'm watching on TUDNA. The sad part is that they showed the freaking San Diego game on a FS2. I was watching both on TUDNA. But this doesn't get it. Like, what the hell's going on right now at 9 p.m.? You would think 7 p.m. is the more worrisome moment. Going forward, and that's going to be out for a corner. Corner for Forge. All right. I mean, it's not something that wowed me, you know. I thought it's okay. It's not bad. News. There we go. Cross in. Saved, dropped, and got by Nawil. Okay, here we go. I think I figured some here. That's LAFC's jerseys. Boom. There we go. Thank you. All right. NYCFC. Oh, there we go. All nations. All right. I mean, it's actually, I looked at it. It's close, but I agree. Stop at, but I'm going to do the countdown on the weekend. Let's not totally just take everything. I mean, I can't rank it yet, but I'll tell you what I think. I like the colors. It's a good away kit. Is it safe? Yeah, but it's a safe kit, but I like the colors. It kind of reminds me of the jersey they had in 2020, except with the stripes like this instead of like this. It kind of reminds me of that jersey, the Gotham kit, I think it was called. I thought that was an okay jersey. I didn't have a ranking for it, so I'm not going to, in the hindsight, rank them. He was amazing. I watched that game. Berteau was man of the match to me. He was amazing. Dude, I was the one who was saying he was man of the match. Oh, well, there you go. Well, good for them. Last 2 minutes of the CONCACAF U17 World Cup qualifiers are on Tubi. Well, yeah, I think Ford's supposed to be on there after, though. I mean, I like it, though. It's an interesting jersey. Are there better jerseys, though, than New York City's? Yes. But I don't think that's a shot at New York City. I think that's just there are better jerseys. Phillies, for sure. I love what Philly did. Philly answered the bell for America 250. They did well. Shot wide, out for a goal kick. I love what Philly did. I like Orlando's. I really like the yellow Orlando kit. Secondary, I love the yellow Orlando kit. I love it. I think Portland did well. I think San Jose knocked it out of the park. San Jose might be top 5. I'm going to be real on that countdown. I don't really like Red Bulls. I think NYCFC did better than Red Bull. I don't really like St. Louis's jersey. I don't. I like Tina Turner. Is that who they're honoring? I think it is, unless I misspoke. But nah, the jersey, garbage. I like Portland. Montreal's is Austin sucks. I don't know if it sucks because it's garbage or it sucks because it's safe. Austin might be on the lower end. I think, yeah, Columbus would have done better with, well, it has a polo collar. Oh, without. Actually, you're right. It would have been better without the polo collar. Actually, now we look at it. Advantage played. Tigres are pushing well, but either way, you'll hear what I think about the jerseys in general on Saturday for MLS this year. You'll hear what I think. Minnesota could have done better. I think that's a little bit of a letdown after their last kit. I think they played it a little bit too safe, but I don't think it's... I think they're in the middle because they played it a little bit too safe. Chicago, they did well. Charlotte, it's a... I don't know where I'd go with it. LAFC's is good. I like LA Galaxy. They went back to their classics. Point is, Saturday you'll see me rank the MLS kits. They all should be out by Saturday. Friday and most of Saturday, I'll be working on the PowerPoint before we do the stream. Playing forward. Because we have the technology. Don't worry. And then Sunday, my MLS predictions. So that's what... Friday off. Well, for videos. I still got a lot of stuff to do on... I actually like the Revs jersey. I really do. I really like that. San Diego... I propped them for trying something. I don't think it landed. Ford's playing forward. Ford's defending well, and they're trying to get the ball forward, but Tigres are defending well as well. Playing forward. So, we'll see, but... Playing forward. Becker. And he gives it away to Oziel. That was a bad pass by Becker. Shot saved by Berteau. Jesus Christ, man. That was stupid. Becker. Borges. Rama. Forge are actually looking pretty good in Mexico compared to other teams. They're nervous, but there's a bad nervous and there's a good nervous, so to speak. Like, different football, but look at the Patriots in the Super Bowl. They were bad nervous. They were bad nervous. Forge is good nervous. There's a difference. Shot saved by Nawel. Like, there's a difference. There's a difference. Yeah, I would agree. I hate what they've done to the freaking U.S. Open Cup. I really hate what they've done to the Open Cup. Cleared away. Yellow card for Oketakun. So I think he's out for the next. If they go on to the next round, he'll be out for the first leg of the next round. I don't. Really? I don't know if that's a yellow. I think that's just more. I'm very disappointed with Pumas. I'm not really their fan, but they're not a bad club. They couldn't finish for shit in this game. That's what happens when you put yourself in a 3-goal hole. They could have won on away goals, but they couldn't finish for shit. But they got close. And yeah, San Diego really couldn't either. I think San Diego was fine with waiting it out after those 2 posts. I think they were fine waiting it out, and it worked out. So, Pumas does a Pumas. Again. 12 minutes in, 0-0. Headed away to Berteau, saved. It's not like he was a goal scorer, though. So either way, playing forward. Blocked away, out of boots for a corner. Corner for Forge. Just Carrasquilla, their only goal was lucky. Yeah, they didn't know where they were going. It was garbage. I agree. The garbage game. I agree. Corner for Forge. Come on, boys. Cross in. Short corner, and it was garbage. Forge can get back on the ball. They do, and it goes back to Berteau. Correa pressing. Short pass. Berteau launches it this time. Given away by Borges. 13:05. I think Forge has been solid, all things considered. Forgot the first leg was 0-0. It's out for a throw-in. That's why Forge has a good chance. I'm glad this is meaningful. 2 days after the Super Bowl. Well, there's no party tonight. I never go live for the Super Bowl. I never do because of the Super Bowl party. But I would do a mile high. I don't know if I should have been live for that one. I would have been crashing out bad. So I think whoever gets the first goal wins the tie. From your lips to God's ears. Well, unless Forge doesn't score first. But if Forge scores first, then from your lips to God's ears. They've had their moments, though. 14 minutes in. There's definitely goals in this game. Probably on both sides. Playing forward. Aguirre. Cross. Blocked. Clear the damn thing. Super Bowl or Multiculturalism Cup. Well, I mean, A1, I'm a association football channel. I only do the NFL playoff shit because I got to keep my numbers up in the algorithm. Not that really worked. But the Super Bowl review video is actually doing weirdly well. Views-wise. Subscribers-wise, no. Nobody subscribing from it. But Super Bowl video is actually doing pretty well. All things considered. The review, I should say. Blocked by Oziel Shot blocked. I'm going to be a little bit disappointed if Forge wins this and the Forge video doesn't do better than that. So. I mean, I was a little bit disappointed with the Bad Bunny show. You know, I like Bad Bunny. I like his music. Knowing me, if I didn't like him, I wouldn't have watched his show. Because, I mean, there was an alternate country halftime show. So I do like Bad Bunny. I was a little bit disappointed. I know Bad Bunny has songs of all different tempos and feelings, but his performance stayed on the same wavelength, the same tempo, the same octave, the same all of that. Like it was one note. I think the best part of the halftime show was Ricky Martin and Lady Gaga, especially Ricky Martin. Ricky Martin was amazing. And I want a cover of Bad Bunny's Hawaii song by Ricky Martin, a full cover, because that was awesome. Ricky Martin's voice is still amazing. But other than that, like the set itself, I like the casita. I liked that. Bad Bunny's message outside the music, loyalty beats hate, or not loyalty, love beats hate. Unity, love, unity beats hate. I love the message. The music itself was a letdown. Choreography, I liked all the flags. I liked them shouting out all the Americas, countries in the Americas. I liked that. I liked the message. I thought Ricky Martin was good, but I thought it was a letdown. I expected better, so that's all. Forge is probably better than Santos. Well, I would agree with that. Jambea. I agree with that, though. I still love that halftime show. That was amazing. Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Eminem, 50 Cent. That was amazing. Super Bowl 56. Yeah, that was amazing. Estoy en mi peak. Soy un campeón, Booker T. Estoy en mi peak. Estoy en mi peak. That's out. You think I don't? I was also a little bit disappointed he didn't play Chambea or Booker T. I was also disappointed in that. 50 Cent was in the Super Bowl 56 one. You know, I kind of felt a little bit shortchanged, I won't lie, because Daddy Yankee is Puerto Rican as well, right? They played like the notes of Gasolina, like the music of Gasolina, and he didn't show up. Then why play it? Like, why play the music if he ain't gonna show up? It was supposed to be a love letter to Puerto Rico, right? Why the hell did Daddy Yankee not show up if he played the music to Gasolina? So what? Was the love letter playing the music? Like the melody? Is that? I don't know. 20 minutes in. Blocked away. Yeah. Sean Paul and Eminem, that would be good. 20 minutes in. But so, I mean, there are things that I liked about Bad Bunny's halftime show. But it could have been better. It's not as good as people say, but it wasn't horrible. People who say it's horrible are probably doing it from a hateful place. People who are saying it was amazing are doing it from a brainwashed place. It was disappointing, but there were good things about it. You could say both. Header. You could say it was disappointing, but you could say there were good things about it. That's the real take. People who are saying it was perfect, no, there's been perfect halftime shows. Bad Bunny won one of them. If you say it was absolutely ass, you're doing it from a hateful place. It's that simple. Header, goal! Goal for Tigres, and they've scored. A header from Aguirre, and it's 1-0. They get one on the doorstep. Yeah, you kind of saw that one coming. Rodrigo Aguirre with a header. 1-0, 1-0 esta noche y global. Yep, there it is. Yep, that's over. Well, no, Forge could still score a goal, get away goals. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Well, we're still better than Santos Laguna, aren't we? Crossed up. I don't know. Was he played onside? Let's see. I mean, when he was headed on, I mean, was he played onside? 22 minutes. And Forge has to get one. It's not impossible. It's not impossible, but Forge playing scared ball. I don't think they were playing scared till there. I mean, I don't even think they were playing scared there. It was a cross. At some point, Tigres was going to score. Let's see if it falls apart. Playing forward, Masunda. Ball crossed in. Nobody's there, but out for a corner. All right. Corner for Forge. Let's see what they do. Cross in. Nobody there. Ball falls to the other side of the box. Blocked away. Top of the box. Shot. In through. Out of boots for a goal kick. Tigres gets a goal kick off of that. They tried. Man, I wish Forge would get the away goal at least. Let's see what they can do. What a waste. I mean, that was a good run of play for Forge there. You want some out of that, but what can you do? Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were due for another Latin American Super Bowl halftime show. I think we had Jennifer Lopez and Shakira performing in the Super Bowl about 4 to 5 years ago now. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. And Bad Bunny was in that halftime show as well, but it's not like they run on like a rotation of genres. But yeah, I mean, I'd rather have Bad Bunny. Like, let's be real. Like, if I can't get country or Billy Joel, and Billy Joel said he would never do a halftime show, so that's awesome. I'd rather have Bad Bunny than some of these freaking nobody hip-hop artists who freaking suck. Or even these pop artists. Frankly, it could have been worse. At least Bad Bunny tried to have a message, which I liked his message. He had good guests. He could have had a more rangy performance, you know. He could have had a more emotional performance, like a range of emotions and a range of vocals, you know. Like, I know some of the songs he played have more of a peppy emotion. Some are more sad. He never changed the emotion. That's one of the things I was let down about. But I'd rather have Bad Bunny than some, I don't know. What? They're going to call out freaking Trippie Redd or Ski Mask? Post Malone wouldn't be bad, but freaking they pull out Future. Well, Future, okay, no, Future ain't that bad. It could be worse. Like Travis Scott. Like Travis Scott at the Super Bowl halftime show, I would rip my hair out. I mean, that man was a piece of shit when Astroworld happened. Now I just hate his guts for fucking up Cena's heel turn. Plus The Rock, both of them. I mean, I didn't like him in the first place. He has one good song, Antidote. Then the dude fucked up Cena's heel turn. And Fiend's fucking annoying. Fuck him. Fuck that crowd-crushing motherfucker. Fuck him. How we doing, Risklander? I watched it. Yes, Risklander, I watched it. We were just talking about it. Was it as perfect as everybody said? No. Do I think it was a letdown? In parts, yes. Do I love his message that he put out there? Yeah. Do I think Ricky Martin freaking sang the doors off the place? For sure. I was happy to see Lady Gaga. Yeah. Bad Bunny should have been better. I expected more out of him. But it's not a horrible halftime show. If you say Bad Bunny's halftime show was horrible, you're doing it from a hateful place. If you're saying it was perfect, you're doing it from a brainwashed place. It's that simple. It was mid. It was mid. At best. I like Bad Bunny. It's mid at best. He could have done better. He could have done better. For the music, he could have done better. The message was good. The guests were good. The staging was good. I wanted a more range of emotions in the music, and he didn't do that. And I know he could have, because those songs, there is a range of emotion in the songs he chose. It's not one note. So he fucked that up. But either way. And I know enough Spanish to get by, so I expected, and I wanted Chambea and Booker T. I'm a little bit disappointed he didn't do that. But either way. Well, I'm talking more about the fucking people, most of the people who watch the Kid Rock stuff. I'm talking about them. Like, they knew, like, going in, they knew they wouldn't like it, you know? Like, those type of people. And they say it's shit even if they didn't watch it, or if they did watch it, but they knew they wouldn't like it going in because, I don't know, somebody forced them to watch it, or you just kept it on NBC. I don't know. Those people. But also, you have people on the other side who are always going to praise it and say it was the best halftime show ever, which it was not. Me, I like Bad Bunny, and I know enough Spanish to get by. I liked the message, but the music just didn't hit. And that's what the halftime show's about. It's not about a message, even if the message is good. His performing of the music was No, I'm not. I'm just calling it like I see it. No, I'm not. I'm just calling it like I see it. Because that's what I do. As I said or reposted earlier, I'm not part of either cult. So to speak. So. I'm part of the live your life, do no harm, but take no shit team. That's what I'm part of. I'm part of the team of I want my gay friends to have marijuana fields that they could defend with AK-47s. That's the part. That's the team I'm on. Whatever team that is, that's the team I'm on. So do with that what you will. Always been there, always will be. Everything I've thought has been, it's just popular to now be on the take no shit, do no harm. Gay friends can have a marijuana farm that they defend with AK-47s. You know, now it's just cool for everybody to be on that team. So I don't know. I was always on that team. There's a difference. I was always about freedom for everybody. Freedom for all. No questions asked. I was always about that. Always have been, always will be. Now it's cool for people to say taxation is theft. I've always been saying it, even when it was uncool. So let's not beat around the bush here. 32 minutes. 1-0 Tigres 1-0. I like country. Do I like Kid Rock? A couple of his songs. I'm not really a big fan of them. See, I couldn't win either way, even if I wanted to. Like, I mean, I know Gabby Barrett was on the Turning Point USA show, and Brantley Gilbert and Lee Bryce, but I don't really like Kid Rock like that, and he was the main dude. So that'd be Brantley Gilbert. Jesus. Either way. That didn't happen. Unless that just happened, I'm not going to be mad about it if it did. Did it? There's no way it just... I haven't heard anything. Not that I'd complain. Hold on. Cross in. Caught by Berteau. No. I don't see anything. Nope, don't see anything. Playing forward. Forge. To be honest, this year's Super Bowl halftime show was a 7.5 out of 10. I'll agree with that. 7.5 is still mid in my book. Unless San Diego to the round of 16. Welcome to El Volcan. Playing forward. Corner for Forge. It's all MLS. Cross in. Saved by Nawel. Forge ain't doing bad, but Sporting KC. I don't see anything about Osorio. Not that I'd be mad about it. Correa. If we got to get rid of him to be better, I would not complain about it. I mean, they should. Like, an MLS team should win Champions Cup this year. Miami's actually built very strong. And there's going to be a fact of during May, during like the second leg of the semifinals and up to the final, Mexican players are going to go to a camp for the World Cup, the best. So a lot of the best Mexican players won't be playing the Champions Cup final. So we'll see what happens. Playing forward. Heard NFL and Rock Nation on having Burna Boy, Thames, WizKid, Tower perform next year. Basically, Afrobeats halftime show. I think people on the right will still be mad. I'd have more fun. I think I would love an Afrobeats halftime show. I really would. Like, an Afrobeats, reggae, soca halftime show. I would love that. But then again, as I said, I would love that. I don't think it'll be as much of a letdown as Bad Bunny was. I don't think so, at least. I would really enjoy an Afrobeats, reggae, soca halftime show. I really would. For sure, I would. Dance Hall. It's on Tubi. The game's on Tubi. A dance hall, Afrobeats, reggaeton, reggae, soca halftime show at the Super Bowl, I'd enjoy. For sure. Cross in. Oh, man, yeah, no, Drake would be mauling, wouldn't he? Like, just imagine Drake losing his shit because he didn't get invited to a freaking reggaeton, soca, freaking Super Bowl halftime show. I think he'd be more pissed off than about Kendrick. That'd also be a positive. It was just a rumor. Oh. We'll see what happens. I'll keep an eye on it. 39th minute. Cross in, Forge clears the ball away. Cross in, header. But I don't. Nope. Not that it matters to me. I can't even hear the damn thing because I'll be live, just like the Club World Cup. So it don't mean shit to me. Unless Billy Joel performs in it, I'm going to mute my TV and I'm going to listen. And I won't be on camera till it's over. So, do that what you will, but I don't think you will. Maybe you take a World Cup halftime show. Maybe. Because it's not as big of a performance it's just one stage at the top of a stadium. He might do that if he can't perform. So it is New Jersey after all. Bruce Springsteen, Billy Joel, and Bon Jovi. Let's do this the right way. You had your bullshit crap one, Coldplay. Give us something that actually fits New Jersey, New York. Billy Joel, Bon Jovi, and Bruce Springsteen or bust. You add your bullshit crap, Coldplay, happy, uber positive vibes. You add your crap one. Give us something that actually fits New Jersey. If Billy Joel could perform, give us Billy fucking Joel. If you have to put Springsteen and Bon Jovi with him, do it. I'd prefer it just to be Billy, but you know, if it's anything like the Club World Cup halftime show, it's one stage. There's no dancing. There's no nothing. He might actually do that. He said he done like the production value of the NFL halftime show. Well, the World Cup didn't go that far. Club World Cup didn't go that far. So, well, Billy Joel doesn't do that. He just plays a piano and plays the harmonica and sings. I swear to God, if Europeans complain about Billy Joel, I'm going to kick somebody in the teeth. I'm going to... Yeah, good point. Hip-hop has been garbage recently, I agree. Yeah. You're right. I think hip-hop did die around COVID. You do have a point, though. Who's better, Billy Joel or Phil Collins? Billy Joel. I like Phil Collins, but Billy Joel. It's all Billy Joel, obviously. Oh, that's out for a throw-in. It's better than other things, but they're going to do a halftime show in America. They've already done it once. You think they're going to go back and not do it during the actual World Cup final? You're crazy. Club World Cup showed you what they were going to do. I don't know if they'll do the player-by-player introductions this year, but they certainly are going to do the halftime show. I think Club World Cup was kind of a different case. I don't think the World Cup is going to do the player-by-player introductions. I think that was a Club World Cup thing, but we'll find out. Either way. Well, Becky G only has like one song. Becky G's known more for being freaking Sebastian Leget's girlfriend at this point. Like, she only has one song. Well, actually, no. She has the one song with Cher Lloyd, and then she has Shower. That's it. She has 2 songs from like 2012. Good songs, but her last popular song was in 2012. Becky G's more known for being the person who was with Sebastian Lletget for all that time. I don't know if they're still together. That's all she's known for me at this point. She's more known for that than her songs, and I know her 2 songs that were popular. I remember those playing all the time on freaking Swerve TV and Music Choice Play. So, I know she was a musician, but at this point, 44th minute. I have no idea. Good for him, though. The most fraudulent footballer in USA, probably one of the most legit fraudulent footballers in USA history, and he got Becky G. Lucky man. Very lucky man. Because money, that's why. Pete Davidson is more talented than Sebastian Lletget will ever be. So let's not do that. Pete Davidson might have his demons, but he's more talented than him. Pete Davidson might not be the best looking, but the dude's fucking talented. Forged free kick. And that was a horrible giveaway. 45th minute. CONCACAF as a whole is not competitive enough for group stages. Do I need to repeat this? I'll tell you when that changes, but it ain't changed. It has not changed. And how the fuck are you going to fit in group stages when you have to do the Caribbean Cup and Central American Cup? That's the first question. Second of all, you can't let the freaking smaller clubs have Europa League-like tournaments, but also have group stages. You can't do both at the same time. And I think they need those tournaments. I think the Central American teams need the Central American Cup, and the Caribbean teams definitely need the Caribbean Cup. Look what the Caribbean Cup's done for those teams. Look what it has done. And you're telling me they shouldn't have it? That's the first thing. Second of all, like, CONCACAF is not competitive enough to take away those tournaments just so you can have group stages. It doesn't work that way. Unless you want the Caribbean Cup and Central American Cup to qualify for the next Champions League and you play them simultaneously with the group stages. But then again, then what happens with the Leagues Cup? What happens with, there's so many questions, but it's not competitive enough for a group stage. The only way, halftime, the only way teams like Forge and Defense Force and the lower teams can compete at this stage is a 2-legged tie. That's it. Straight knockout. Halftime, it's 1-0. On the night, 1-0 on aggregate. 1-0 esta noche, 1-0 global. We know. I mean, good for him. And yeah, then you also have the question of, does it dilute the tournament? Having the group stage, does it dilute the tournament in general? Like, I don't see a world where I don't see a world where a group stage is a good idea right now. I don't see a world where that makes sense. I don't. Not yet. Not yet. I don't see a world where it makes sense yet. But even if CONCACAF was competitive enough, then do you want us to lose what makes the Caribbean competitive? So makes me sad we're leaving teams out from different countries to further develop the teams. Yes. It's sad to hear what happened in British Columbia this evening. It's honestly unexpected. It's shocking. It's shocking to see what happened in BC. It's crazy, man. It's sad. Shocking. It's sad. I pray for British Columbia. I pray for the people of Tumble Ridge. That's just, man, it's painful to see. It's painful to see. It's painful to see anywhere, but especially in British Columbia. When you don't expect it at all, really. With that being said, halftime it's 1-0. I'm doing fine, Mile High. Yeah, but if they're going to lose every time, then what's the point? Let them get competitive by winning games. Let them learn how to win games. And then they could go into the higher competitions and then maybe learn how to win against bigger teams. But you have to learn to win at the small level before you learn to win at the big level. And that's the way it is. You have to learn to win incrementally. You learn to win too quickly. Look at the Patriots. What happened to them in the Super Bowl? They learned to win too quickly, and then they got their fucking shit rocked. Different levels. Speaking of, here's the Disney commercial. Yeah, keep rubbing it in my face. Fuck you, ESPN. Different levels. Seattle was the good team in that matchup. Different levels. Point is, you have to learn how to win on the smaller level to win on the big level. And since there are different leagues, like especially different leagues, you have to learn. Why the hell do you think FCS teams don't matter in the college football playoff? Because they are, or not FCS teams, G5 teams. Why do you think they don't matter? Because they are not good enough to beat Ole Miss. They are not good enough to beat Oregon. They are not good enough to beat SEC and Big Ten teams. It's that simple. Why the fuck are they there? Especially if they're not actually in the top 12. Because they're forced to be there? Yeah, and then they get freaking smacked off the freaking tarmac. Yeah, that makes total sense. Even a top 12 FC or G5 team might not do that well, but at least they made the damn tournament by being the top 12. Point being is, you have to learn, even if you win on a smaller level, going to the higher level does not mean you're going to win at the higher level. You have to learn at the small level, win at the small level, play the high level, get your shit rocked, and then learn how to win. It's that simple. (1-0 Forge, or 1-0 Tigres. Forge are down by 1. 1-0 on aggregate. So, my bad. Tigres are leading 1-0. But again, you have to learn how to win. You have to learn how to win at a low level before you get to winning at a high level. It's that simple. You go from not winning to winning at a high level, it's all going to fall apart. Ask the Patriots. They were winning until they played a real team. And then they got smacked around like the frauds they are. Oh, God. Can we stop showing the I'm going to Disney World commercial? Seriously. I don't need to see the freaking Seahawks lifting a damn Super Bowl. I didn't see it watch that night. Do we need to show that? Do we need to keep showing that? Dude. Fuck. I don't need to keep getting this rubbed in my damn face. Jesus Christ. I wish we lost to the Broncos at this point with how that game went. Jesus. With that being said, we'll take a short break at halftime. Let the stats get this one going. Sit tight, be back. We're back for the stats at the half. We got 74% possession to 26% possession, 7 shots at 3, 2 shots on goal to 1, 340 accurate passes, 90% to 100, 81%, 7 fouls to 3, 5 corners to 4, 7 shots to 3, 2 shots on goal to 1. We have 378 passes to 224, 90% pass accuracy to 81, 6 throws, 6, 0 offside to 0, 1 yellow card to 1, 0 red card to 0, 1-0, halftime, 1-0, medio tiempo. Esta noche y global, 1-0 on aggregate and on the night. Forge, I think they're playing solidly, but they allowed a goal. Wasn't the best goal to allow. the header from Aguirre. They were playing a bit nervously, but I think Forge have been solid. They still have a chance to win on away goals, and we'll see how that goes. There's still a possibility. This ain't over yet. They've kept it tight. They've kept it close. We're going to see how this goes. We're going to see how this goes for Forge, but we'll see. Of course, Tigres are being better at home. Of course, they've pushed forward. Of course, they've won at the goal. Of course, I would argue and say they're a slightly better team, but are they that much better? No, not really. I like what I'm seeing from Forge. They could find a way to flip this on its head. I do believe that. No way there will be extra time tonight. It'll either be away goals or Tigres advances. I don't think Forge are going to win outright, but they could still win on away goals. Who knows? Steeleye Manning or the Seattle Sounders. They both pain. They both made me feel pain. So they both suck. Or they both. I don't like them either. Canada versus Ireland. I mean, I think that's a good friendly. That's interesting. It's definitely interesting. So we'll see. No. I didn't enjoy the Super Bowl. 1-0 Tigres. Let's play the AFC Championship. And I wish y'all won at this point, Mile High. If I knew the Super Bowl was going to be a ass-kicking by the Seattle Seahawks, I wish y'all took it instead of us at this point. Either way. Second half, here we go. And we're off. Second half. 45th minute. '46th minute. Can Forge find a way to get away goals? Playing forward, Tigres. Cross in. Tigres shot over the bar. .47th minute. .47th minute over the top, and that's going to get to Nawell. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, hit the hype button. Haven't really asked for that. The YouTube hype button, hit that thing. Because that thing works, I guess. Playing forward. Playing forward, bad giveaway. .48th minute. .49th minute. Over top. Caught by Berteau. But 50th minute. Yeah, I would agree with that. Probably should get a CDM, though. I don't know about a DP CDM, though, but definitely need a center defensive mid. Y'all do. Playing forward. Becker plays it through. Forge still has it. Borges. Masunda. Shot saved by Nawell, and that's going to be kept in. That's out for a throw. What a play by Forge, but just not. Man, Masunda's shot just gets saved. They're getting close. They only need one goal, and then to hold on for dear life. Giveaway. Playing forward. Blocked out for a corner. Man, that was a good shot. Maybe he could have chipped it a little bit more. Ball crossed in, cleared away. Top of the box. Correa. Gorehan. Cross, blocked, cleared. Not exactly the best, but it is what it is. Good steal. Forge. Masunda. Gets pulled, and that's a yellow card. Free kick for Forge. Tactical foul by Correa. Yeah, I feel the same way, Risklander. I feel the same way. I agree. Free kick for Forge. Playing forward. It's out. Goal kick. .44th minute. Forge manager looks like Nuno. He kind of does, except... Oh. No, not really. 44th minute. Definitely not covered it. Have I watched it in general? Here or there. .54th minute. It's about that time again. .54th minute. No, I do not. Why would I want Ange to coach Montreal? Cleared away. I don't know. That could have been a foul. BN Sports. At least Libertadores games. For Boca. League games. Fanatis. Oh, CBS. Paramount. Paramount Plus. There are league games on Paramount Plus, if that hasn't changed. I forgot about that. Liga Argentina is on the Paramount Plus. Yeah. I forgot about that. I haven't watched Golazo in a while. Maybe. .56th minute. I'd be fine with Postecoglou coaching TFC. He's one of the people I'd definitely support if it happened. It's not my preferred option, but it's definitely somebody I would truly support. Same with Smirny. Probably those are the two I truly support that aren't calling the Pirate. Those are the two I'd probably truly support and believe in as manager. Of course, I mean, I guess you could say, yeah, I do support Fraser, but he ain't good enough. Forge. Cleared out. Corner. Oh, goal kick, actually. Okay. Okay. '58th minute. Playing forward, Aguirre gets tackled, but it's right back to Tigres. Huh. Interesting. Oh, yeah, because some of them are Quebecois. Yeah, no, I did see that. And I guess the Seattle ones are the fact they used to be the Supersonics. Yeah. Not that any of those guys played on the Sonics, but whatever. Saved. But 59th minute. Ball crossed in. Out for a goal kick. Two subs for Tigres. Cesar Araujo and Marcelo Flores. Yes. Tigres' strategy is very dirty always. You know what? I'd love to see Forge score on him. That would be something. 50th minute. Why Tampa Bay Mutiny not in MLS anymore was because of money, low viewership, attendance. I think the Tampa Bay teams and Miami Fusion, those were the two teams who had the least attendance when they contracted, so they got contracted. Which, I mean, back then, of course, low attendance would equal money problems, so I guess it's one and the same. But free kick for Forge. Either way. Araujo and Marcelo Flores, the two subs for Tigres. 61st minute. 62 minutes. It's out for a throw-in. Come on, only one goal. I mean, if you're Forge, as long as you hold, the closer you get it to 90 minutes, the better at this point. Now you're kind of weighing the options of when do you want. I mean, of course, beggars can't be choosers, but it's out for a goal kick. Corner for Tigres. I mean, beggars can't be choosers. That I agree, but if you're Forge, would you want the goal later as long as you hold on to the one? You don't allow another. Would you rather have it 85 minutes than 68 minutes? Too risky to wait till the end? No way. I mean, you're not wrong per se, but you're not wrong. But again, if you look at it, you can look at it from both points of view. That ball's over the bar. There'll be a goal kick. If you can build up and have sustained pressure. Like, will Tigres at some point just decide to sit back and hold? Now, of course, you have to make Tigres, you have to pin them back. It's going to take a little bit. Jensen coming on, Wright coming on, 3 subs. Borges off, Mo Babuli on, Brian Wright on, and Noah Jensen on. Aketakun is off for Wright. Mo Babuli on for, Jensen on for Borges. Mo Babuli is on as well for, I would assume, Masunda. Here's a chance. Here comes Forge. Here comes Forge. Mo Babuli loses the run. Oh man, that was such a chance, man. So slow. So, man, if he was just any faster, he would have got there. Bro. Ugh. Header, man. That was shit, man. Wonder if Forge's stamina is better than Tigres. Well, you would hope so if you want him to get the away goal. Blocked away. Away goals are still on the table. No extra time on the table here. If there's a draw, it will be on away goals. Right now, Tigres would advance. Tampa Bay Lightning are back. You'll see the Habs catching Tampa, but seconds in reach from Montreal. I don't disagree. 64th minute. Playing forward. Playing forward. Blocked away. Yeah. I just don't think. I think Inter Miami did it better anyway. I don't think the Fusion had the organization that Inter Miami does. Like, some franchises are just better than the others. Saved. I mean, you got to throw in. You got a guy like Jorge Mas and David Beckham for all their faults. They're rich as hell. They are Miami. It is what it is. Playing forward. Foul, free kick for Forge at the midfield line. 3 subs for Forge. They have 2 more. Probably Tavernier and Fillion, probably. At some point. probably that's the likelihood at some point. Playing forward. They're still down if they aren't. Free kick the other way. "67 minutes. "68th minute. "68th minute. 1-0. Yeah. Well, both. Messi came in because of them too, but they got it built. Shot blocked away. Forge. Pushes it forward. Stolen. Forge. Babuli. Fouled, free kick. 70th minute. Right. Still has it. Loses it. Falls down. Oh my God. Stolen out for a throw-in. Tigres. Man, right was... Why do you have to fall, man? Shit. Playing forward. Shot. Goal! And that's going to be game. Aguirre scores on the break. 2-0. And that's it. That's going to do it. Tigres will advance. Yep, it was always going to be tough in Mexico. It was always going to be tough. I can't say I'm shocked. Forge fought, but it just wasn't meant to be. At least we're better than Santos Laguna. Could always be worse. It was always going to be tough trying to play a team who beat the shit out of a team 5-1. Was it 5-1? It was 5-1. They were flying. Like, yeah, after the draw, but then they beat the hell out of Santos. That was always going to be tough. What a shot. Nothing you could do about that. '70s, 71st minute. 2-0 on aggregate, 2-0. Esta noche y global. It's going to do it. Gignac's coming on, and Rodriguez is coming on. I mean, Forge does have 20 minutes, but they got to score instantly. Aguirre off for Gignac. Rodriguez on as well. I mean, if Forge scores instantly, we'll see what happens. But damn, what if Wright didn't fall? Like a minute before. Laroña off for Osvaldo Rodriguez. 4 subs for Tigres. Forge fought. Again, they fought hard. But again, even with their best, it just wasn't meant to be. Babuli chips it over. Not the best pass. Patton. Ball crossed in. Header. High and over the bar. Goal kick. 73rd minute. Playing forward. Brought down. Free kick. Refs should control the fouls more. I don't disagree. Free kick for Forge. Man, what if they scored? Becker over it. Becker over it. Babuli over it. If they could score here, that could change everything. They could still win on away goals. They get one here, they could still get one more. And come back and win time and win on away goals 2-2. Becker. Blocked off the wall. They think there's a handball there. They probably won't get it. Here comes Tigres. Cleared away. They will not pull that one back for a... Nope. Okay. Sad. Free kick for Forge. '75th minute. How are you after the Seahawks? Seattle Sounders have to keep the good times rolling in Seattle or in the 2026 CONCACAF Champions Cup. I hope they don't. No VAR check. Why? I have no idea. Because we're... Oh, they're going to check. They're going to check. They're going to check the VAR. Will Forge get a penalty? That's still only half the battle. Well, first they got to score it. VAR check. Is it a handball? And then Forge have to score the penalty, and then... Let's see what they say. Penal en revision. Here it is. Where's the video? Makes me wonder what they're looking at. Why can't we see the review? I have no idea. Man, if we get screwed because they don't show it. Oh, my God. Penalty para Forge. Handball. 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 It is a handball. Handball on Flores. Oh, the Canadian international gives away the penalty. Handball. 77th minute. Can Forge get one? Very clear. Penalty para Forge. And stepping up to take it is Wright. Brian Wright looks like he's going to take it. 78th minute. Gignac is talking to Brian Wright. Smiling, so that makes you wonder. And they're starting to be a bit scummy, Tigres. What do you know? I mean, Jonathan Perez left Nashville. SC. And it's Brian Wright. Can he score in CONCACAF? Brian Wright. For the penalty. 79th minute. Brian Wright for Forge to give them a chance to get a second away goal and steal this tie. They have 10 to 15 minutes to do it, but he's got to score first. But will this change everything? If he scores, will it change everything? Penalty, handball on Tigres. Brian Wright to take against Nawel. It's not 100%, that's for sure. We're going to see what happens. Brian Wright, long run up. No chance for extra time here. Either Forge scores 2 and wins on away goals or allows the third goal, either or. But first they got to get this penalty. Brian Wright, long run up against Nawel. Can he find it? Come on, man. Shot and goal! Forge score! Brian Wright slots it home and sends Nawel the wrong way. 2-1. 2-1 esta noche y global. Brian Wright. Goal de la Brian Wright. Goal de la Forge. 80th minute. 2-1. 2-1 on aggregate. 2-1 esta noche y global. Forge needs one more. Forge needs one more. Can they find it? Can they find it? 80th minute. Brian Wright scores the penalty, and Forge are a goal away from going to the round of 16 and earning it. Well, they did earn it back in 2022, but like in the tournament itself. Their first round win in CONCACAF Champions Cup play. They played a round of 16, but that was because that's where the tournament started in 2022. Shot, goal! And they just gave it up instantly. And it's 3-1. And Tigres just scored instantly right after. You got to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. Angel Correa scores like that. Well, that was just, damn, man. Ball played to the top of the box, and Correa just, yeah, nothing you could do about that. That was just quality. Well, at least I didn't have much time to hope. 81 minutes. 3-1. 3-1 esta noche y global. I don't think Forge is scoring a third. They might score a second, but they ain't scoring a third. That's got to suck. You score a penalty, and then instantly they come back the other way and then score on you. Like, you could have built momentum, and you just let them score on you right back. As long as we don't lose 5-1, at least we're not Santos Laguna. Could be worse. At least I could say Forge is better than Santos Laguna. Forge let that keeper down. Man, look world class. Honestly, both games. Like, allowing 3 goals doesn't really tell the whole story. It is still Tigres, though, and they're playing in Mexico. That was still always going to be tough. And now you're wishing they did score when they had the chance last week. Because if they did, all they'd still need was 1 goal. But last year, Rayados 5-0 aggregate. Forge is getting better. I agree, but the Chivas aggregate was not as bad as the 5-0. I think it was, 4-1? And then the Cruz Azul. Now you're making me look. Let's do it like this. Hold on. I don't want to search them all. So we're going to do Forge FC and CONCACAF. Shot wide. Here we go. CONCACAF Champions League. Here we go. In 2022, it was 4-1 on aggregate for Cruz Azul. It was 2-5 on aggregate for Chivas. Or 5-2 on aggregate for Chivas. For Monterrey, it was 5-0. Here it's 3-1. So, no, we are getting better. We are getting better. Is this right from Forge related to Haji? No. No. As far as I know, no. No. So Forge, arguably, yeah, they are getting better on aggregate. This is only 3-1. So they scored 2 against Chivas. They didn't score any against Monterrey. They allowed 1 less against Cruz Azul, but scored only 1. So in 2019, CONCACAF League, they won 2-1 over Antigua GFC, then lost 2-4, 4-2 on aggregate to Olympia. They beat Municipal Limeño in 2020, 2-1, Tauro 2-1, and they drew 1-1, lost on penalties to Arcaí. They lost to Marathon 0-1. In 2021, they beat Faz 5-3 on aggregate. They beat Independiente 2-0 on aggregate. They beat Santa Fe Guapoles 4-3 on aggregate. And they lost on away goals. 4! It's 4 for Tigres. It's 4-1. 2-2 on away goals. Lost to Motagua, and they have not won a Champions Cup tie yet. And Tigres make it 4-1. Joaquim, still better than last year. At least we're not Santos Laguna. Jesus Christ, they fell apart, Forge. Joaquim. I mean, you can't be too surprised. That's exactly what should happen in Mexico. Off the corner, Joaquim pops it in off the volley. There you go. '86. 4-1 on the 9N on aggregate. 4-1. 4-1 esta noche y global. '86 minute. I just hope we don't lose as bad as Santos Laguna did. Now we're playing with fire. Can we just be able to say we're better than Santos Laguna? That would be nice. Let's see. 40, 43, 62, 73, 79. I mean, all of our goals that came after the 70th minute against, I should say. Oh, except one. So I guess we are better. 87th minute. I'll still wear a Ford shirt just to show love. I mean, I think they played hard. It was always going to be It was always going to be an uphill climb. You know, it was always going to be an uphill climb. Always was. Well, yeah, there's only 4 minutes left and they're down by 3. Yeah, they're not going to come back and win. That'd be crazy. Ford scoring 3 goals in like 7 minutes? Yeah, no way. Yeah, no way. Exciting game, though. Well done, Forge. Yep, they tried. I'm not mad about it. They were always the underdog. Maybe you jinx Forge. It wasn't me this time. It wasn't me this time. I picked Tigres to win the tie. I said there was a opportunity for Forge. I didn't say it was going to be easy. Header over the bar. And Tavernier can't get the header in. '89th minute. Playing forward. Free kick, 89th minute. Free kick for Forge. 90th minute. Let's see how much stoppage time we get. Plays down. There's got to be some minutes after the whistle or after the 90. That's out for a throw. 90th minute. Let's see what the referee does. 4 minutes of stoppage time. They got to get a goal a minute. Playing forward. The game was over a long time ago, Patriots style. Yeah, but just like the Patriots, Forge gave us a little bit of hope before they totally blew the game. Just like the Patriots did. The Patriots gave us a little bit of hope before Drake May threw that horrible pick that really ended the game. Just like Forge got their penalty and then allowed a goal a minute later to just totally end the game. So it was actually Patriots style. Holy shit, you're right. Playing forward. 92 minutes. Saved. Belt to ass. Frankly, you're right. Well, that last 10 minutes for sure. Either way. 92 minutes. Ninety-third minute. Playing forward. Ninety-third minute. One minute to go plus stoppage time. What's next for San Diego? Should they dream again the Champs Cup? No. 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 They're going to lose to Toluca. They're going to get their shit rocked. Pumas are just not that team. They're just not good enough. Toluca's different. They're going to get their shit rocked. Unless they somehow scored 3 or 4 goals at home and they could just hold the freaking lead like they did here. But I don't think Toluca's going to be as bad as finishing as Pumas either. So that's what that is. There you go. So we'll see. 94th minute. Gorehan, ball crossed. Shot over the bar. And that should be the last kick of the game. Goal kick. '94th minute. Will they blow the whistle? Goal kick and they'll blow the whistle. And it's full time. Tigres beat Forge 4-1 on aggregate and 4-1 on the night. 4-1 esta noche y global. Forge. Tigres avanzar de la octavos de final de la Copa Campeones de la CONCACAF. Forge gets eliminated. Tigres moves on to the round of 16 of the Champions Cup. We don't know who they'll play till the end of 2 weeks, the next round, or next part of the first round 2 weeks from now, because their tie is a preliminary round winner versus a preliminary round win. So we'll see how that is. With that being said, full-time stats, we'll talk about that during the review. I'll review this within the hour. I'll see you later. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification once subscribed. Since we've got some live streams, comment on this video. Put this in playlist, share with friends and family, all that great stuff. I will see you. Also, hit the hype button. Yeah, do that. Don't forget that. I'll see you within the hour for the review, and I'll see you tomorrow for both games live, and then we'll review the later game, which is Monterrey Xelajú, after tomorrow's matches are over. Forge fought, but it just wasn't meant to be. Tigres showed their power. There you go. I'll see you later. I'm running. I'm out. Peace. See you.